Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are going up against my friend 716. Can't wait to see him again in the Orlando Mega Cup, which I will be attending, and I can't wait to meet all of you guys. But anyway, we are going in with a double flying strategy, and people had been asking me, I had a couple people ask, hey, can you try double flyers? What do you think about Noctowl and Altaria together? And so I thought that would be a good idea for a video. So here we are, we're doing that video. And so what do I think about double flyers? Well, first of all, I think that it could be pretty good. I think that it could be really good. You do have to watch out for huge counters like Probopass, which are going to wall both of them. There's other Pokemon that are going to do well against them, like Alolan Sandslash, with it being its ice typing, right? Plus, it's also a steel type, so it's going to be resisting the moves, like the flying moves and Dragon Breath from Altaria. So it definitely has counters. So if you bring both Noctowl and Altaria with you, you're going to have to bring a counter to those counters, like Whiscash, which is probably the best one, or Poliwrath would be pretty good against the Probopass, as well as Alolan Sandslash. It's good against Bronzong as well, believe it or not, even though Confusion does do damage to Poliwrath. But I think the best would probably be with the Whiscash. So if you bring both of them on your team, I think Whiscash would be a good teammate for them. Although you could also have them on your team and not necessarily bring them with you. Maybe you could force your opponent to bring a counter to them, like the Probopass or Sandslash, and you could bring a counter predicting they're going to bring the counters to that and bring your Poliwrath or Whiscash, or or whatever it happens to be. You guys get the point, right? So anyway, I do think it's a really good strategy. I did try to bring it most games. There's a couple games I didn't bring both flying types, but most of the time I did bring both of them just to try things out. Now obviously, if my opponent knows that I'm always bringing both flyers, that's obviously not a good situation, but that's okay, because we just wanted to try it for a video to see how we do. Now I meant to switch Psychic from Noctowl over to Nightshade, and that will definitely have a better matchup against Bronzong, because Nightshade will be super effective. I believe in that case, Noctowl will win the matchup against Bronzong. If I'm wrong, correct me about that, but I'm pretty sure it does. But I would recommend Nightshade on Noctowl for this cup, whether or not you go double flyers or not. Anyway, we lagged at the end. If we didn't lag, I believe we would have won this game, but that's okay. We do go ahead and lose the first game. So good game, nonetheless. That was definitely a good game. So we'll give them the game. That's totally fine, no big deal. Anyway, the next game I definitely catch, I don't know if I really catch the lead, because you have to understand that Foul Play still does a good amount of damage to Altaria. So we have the good, we have Sky Attack, so it's definitely good. He's going to shield this, of course. He has to shield it unless if he wants to feint. Dragon Breath is also doing a lot to Shiftry, but as I said, that Foul Play is going to be doing a lot to us. So if we don't shield this up, we're going to be knocked out. I do decide to shield it up because I thought I would be able to knock him out. I actually do get to a Sky Attack, but he gets to a Foul Play before I do, so he actually knocks me out anyway. So I give up a shield, I guess basically for nothing, but that's okay. We learn from our mistakes. So I do bring in my Noctowl. He brings in Poliwrath. Now, if that Poliwrath has his Ice Punch, right, then that's going to do a decent amount to Noctowl, although Noctowl still wins the matchup because of how bulky we are. Altaria doesn't, because it's double weak to Ice, but Noctowl will. Anyway, we're going to charge up energy and save that for that Noctowl for later. We want to save it for that Poliwrath. He does go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. I am going to go ahead and charge up to the Blizzard. I don't have to worry about anything because he is out of shield, so we could safely go for the Blizzard, and this will easily knock out that Altaria. And then he brings in his Poliwrath, and I lag a little bit, but he lagged a little bit earlier, so I guess it makes up for it. I don't know. we had a little bit of lag issues throughout the games. Anyway, we're starting to get a hold of things, so I am going to go ahead and go for that Mud Bomb. And this Mud Bomb is not going to do much, but at least the damage is adding up. We actually don't get to another Mud Bomb. He is going to hit us with, I believe, a Dynamic Punch. Yeah, Dynamic Punch. But we survived that. I didn't think we were going to survive, but we barely survived. And we get off another Mud Bomb. We don't have to charge up fully. We're just going to knock him out. We would have won with the Noctowl in the back with the energy anyway. But good game. Good game. So we're going to jump into another game, of course. And I am going to lead, let's see, I lead with Probopass this time. He leads with that Sandslash, trying to catch my Noctowl or Altaria. As you can see, your opponent sees you bringing them all the time, they're going to go ahead and bring a counter to it, which obviously makes sense and is what they should do. But I am leading with my Probo Pass this time. That Rock Slide doing a good amount of damage. We do have to be careful about the bulldoze. You know, we don't want to take that bulldoze. We would have been able to take it, but you don't want to. Anyway, switching into Altaria, this is fantastic for us. That might have been a misclick, because this is absolutely fantastic for us. I don't know why I went for the Magnet Bomb over the Rock Slide. It doesn't matter because he shields anyway, but obviously you want to go for the Rock Slide. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide now. That will do a lot of damage. And then I'm going to charge up. He does get off a charge move, but I can take any move that Altaria wants to throw at us. Going to be that Sky Attack, but as you can see, going to do nothing. So we are going to charge up just a little bit and get off that Rock Slide. Probably could have charged up a little bit more. You know, the Dragon Breath are doing more than like the Sky Attack, so it seems. Anyway, he brings in his Shift Tree, and I will go ahead and go for the Magnet Bomb against the Shift Tree. Just getting off damage. He will shield it up, so I'm totally cool with that. I switch into my Altaria, trying to get to a Sky Attack. He does get off a Foul Play or a Leaf Blade. I assume it's a Foul Play. It is. And I can take it. So we do get up to that Sky Attack. He actually gets to another one. Man, that Shift Tree. Shift Tree is such a good Pokemon for this cup. Probably my favorite grass type. I've mentioned that before. I do like Venusaur as well, but I think Shift Tree is just personally my favorite for this cup, and probably one that I am going to run. Anyway, because we charge up extra energy, we are successfully able to get to another Sky Attack, and that will knock out Sandslash. So we do go ahead and win that one. So it was a very good game. That was a very good game. So, yeah, let me know what you think of your fusion team. Let me know, do you like Noctowl? Do you like Altaria? Or do you like both of them? Now, if I had Nightshade on my Noctowl like I meant to, wouldn't have really had to switch out, actually switch into Altaria. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. He actually switches out. I was very surprised about that, because my switch-in really wasn't a good switch-in, but it was better than Noctowl because I didn't have that Nightshade. So because Dragon Breath is still doing a good amount of damage, right? So we are going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack against his Shift Tree. He's going to go ahead and get off a charge attack. It will be that Foul Play. Of course, we've seen it before. We know how much Foul Play does. Now, I did switch into Altaria. What else did I have besides Noctowl and Altaria? I don't remember. Let's see what I have. We're about to find out. So we do Fall, and I had Poliwrath. Okay, so I didn't want to switch Poliwrath into a Bronzong, because generally speaking, as I said, Poliwrath can beat Bronzong, but you basically want them to switch their Bronzong into a Poliwrath. If you switch your Poliwrath into a Bronzong, they're going to have energy charged up, and they could probably get to that Psyshock, and they might be able to win that. Depending on shield, of course, that's why I didn't switch into my Poliwrath against the Bronzong, but maybe I should have. I don't know. Maybe that was a mistake, but it's okay. We're just trying things out. We're just practicing. We're having a good time. We're trying to knock out this Bronzong. By the way, guys, how was your New Year's? Mine was fantastic. I want to know how yours was. So let me know in the comments down below. Did you celebrate? Did you do a lot of PvP? What did you do? So we should be getting Go Battle League soon. I'm hoping this month. I mean, they did say they said 2020, right? Or they said next year. They said that last year. So I'm hoping this month. It could be February, it could be March. I don't really know of a time frame, but I'm thinking early 2020, so I cannot wait for that. But anyway, we do go ahead and take this game. And look at that Bronzong. That was just so funny looking, but good game. Good game. So let's go ahead and jump into another one. I do lead with my Wishcash this time, and he leads with Bronzong, so definitely favorable for us. We do have that Mud Bomb. So I'm just going to go ahead and charge up energy. I do go for the Mud Bomb. I figure I'll just go for the Mud Bomb, get it out of the way, and he will shield that up. Totally fine. He switches into Poliwrath. I'm going to pull the switch into Noctowl. Definitely don't want to switch into Altaria because Ice Punch is double weak. Or Altaria is double weak. He actually hits me with a Hydro Pump, so that was a good play. Caught me off guard because you guys know I don't run Hydro Pump. I run Ice Punch as well as Dynamic Punch, so I was not expecting that. So now it's good to know that he has Hydro Pump. I had no idea he had it, so he hits me with a Dynamic Punch. So at least now we know he doesn't have the Ice Punch, so Altaria doesn't have to worry against the Poliwrath. But before this, I didn't know that. I just assumed Ice Punch, I think. But that was a good play nonetheless. But either way, he has his Sandslash out, and I figure, okay, we'll just go down with the fight, so we're not going to go down without a fight, right? So we're just going to get as much damage as possible before Noctowl faints away. And then we'll bring in Wish Cache and immediately click on that Mud Bomb. So the Mud Bomb does not knock out Sandslash. He actually pulls the switch. I pull the switch immediately into my Altaria because I did not want my Altaria lined up with his Sandslash. I'd rather have Wish Cache lined up with Sandslash, even though he's super low. So it probably at the end of the day didn't matter, to be honest with you, because Sandslash is super low. But I just did the switch immediately. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Dragon Pulse, and that will do a good amount of damage. Altaria will faint, and then we'll bring in my Wish Cache. We're trying to farm him down just so we have energy for that Sandslash. But again, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. He will hit us with a Side Shock, and we do faint him. And now he brings in the Sandslash. He actually gets off his charge move. So he's going to hit us with Ice Punch. But we survive, and we get off Mud Bomb, and we win. We definitely made a mistake in this game. We should have stayed in with Wish Cache. And then he brings in his Bronzong, but we're able to knock him out. I didn't even realize what was going on. I thought his Bronzong had fainted, but he actually had switched it out. So I was a little bit confused in that game. But we do go ahead and win, but it's super close. But we definitely made mistakes in that game. We shouldn't have switched out into Altaria against the Bronzong. We should have stayed in with Wish Cache, I think. But either way, we do still win, but it's okay. Anyway, Sandslash against my Wish Cache, definitely positive for us. That Bronzong is still going to be positive for us. That's why I say if you bring double flyers, they're going to bring multiple things that can negate the double flyers, and then you have the Wish Cache that could beat both of those things that negate the double flyers. I hope that makes sense to you guys. But anyway, we're going to go ahead, get off this Mud Bomb right now against the Bronzong. Let's see if he wants to shield or if he wants to let Bronzong go down. He will shield. Totally cool. We did take both shields and we get to a Mud Bomb, so we're going to feint the Bronzong anyway. So as you can see, it goes down. And now the Altaria comes in, so I will switch into my Altaria. Unfortunately, he does have an energy advantage, but I have a shield advantage, so we still should be looking pretty good. We go for the Sky Attack, and my goal is just to feint him down. I have to commit the shield. I do not. I do not commit the shield. It is a Sky Attack, and we live. But then we feint from a Dragon Breath. Totally fine. I guess I was okay with letting my Altaria go down. So I bring in my Noctowl, and he actually gets off another charge attack, which is going to be another Sky Attack. So well played, storing that extra energy. He brings in his Sandslash, going to hit us with an Ice Punch. That Ice Punch is not going to knock us out, but I will switch into my Wish Cache so we can hit him with a Mud Bomb. Charging up super fast. This Mud Bomb won't knock out the Sandslash, but it does do a lot of damage. Gonna go ahead and shield this one up because I do not want my Noctowl to take any damage from this Sandslash, but he gets off another one, unfortunately, and this should be enough. Definitely will be enough to knock out my Wish Cache, and then my Noctowl comes in and we both go down. So I do go ahead and lose this one. So that was a very good game. Very good game, but we do lose that one. So we're going to jump into another one. I do lead with my Probopass against his Alolan Marowak. Now, Alolan Marowak has Bone Club, which we are double weak to, but he's also weak to my Rock Slide, and Bone Club isn't a really powerful move, so we can actually take it quite nicely, you know, so I was okay with staying in this matchup. He is going to hit us with that Bone Club. As you can see, we're able to take it. It does charge up fast, but we're still able to take it. Unfortunately, he gets to another one, so ultimately he is going to be able to win this matchup, unless if I shield, but I decide not to. I decide to let it go down. So I bring in my Wish Cache right now. Going for the Mud Bomb, I don't want to take a Shadow Ball, or I have to guess if it's a Shadow Ball and decide if I want to shield. He does shield, and because he shields, I'm comfortable with shielding now, so I could feint him down. It is going to be a Bone Club, so nice bait on his end, and then we're able to feint down his Alolan Marowak. We do wait to see what comes in. Going to be that Altaria. I do charge up to Blizzard, and I actually go for the Blizzard, hoping he would think it was a bait. Let's see if he does. He does not, so he does go ahead and correctly shield that. But I was pretty confident I could get to another one. That's why I didn't even bother baiting, because I thought I could get to another one because I have a shield. So we will shield that Sky Attack. and he actually switches into a Lowland Sandslash, and because of that, I'm not going to go ahead and go for the Blizzard. I guess he was trying to catch the Blizzard, which would have been crazy if he was able to do so. Thankfully, he was not able to do so. So I bring in my Poliwrath right now, and I know I could take both his attacks. I could take Bulldoze, I could take Ice Punch. So as you can see, we're just charging up extra energy. We want to save the Ice Punch for his Altaria. So he does go ahead and hit us with a Bulldoze. We could take it, and we do go for that Ice Punch to knock out, or at least attempt to knock out his Sandslash. Does it knock it out? It actually does not. And then I lag a little bit, but he falls down. So now I click on my Ice Punch against his Altaria. We don't have to worry about shields because there are not any on the field. And we're trying to get to another one. We are able to get to another one. So this Poliwrath is going to go ahead and finish the game for us. So very good game. Very good game. Very good game. So yeah, double flies. I think it's pretty interesting. I think it could definitely be good. As I said, you don't have to always bring both of them with you against your opponent. It depends on their team, right? So you could leave one behind, you could leave both behind, and they could think you're bringing both of them, right? And then you can go in with things that counter whatever counters they would have brought for the double flyers. You guys get what I'm saying. I've said that already in this video, so definitely pretty interesting, and thank you to those who suggested using it. My Noctowl does not have to worry about anything from this Marowak. He does switch into his Altaria. I do decide to farm up energy a little bit with Noctowl and then switch into Probopass. Probopass can go straight for this Rock Slide. We don't have to worry about anything from Altaria. Sky Attack, Dazzling Gleam, Dragon Pulse, we could take it all, right? We could take it all and then some. It's actually a Dazzling Gleam right there, but so we are going to go ahead and charge up extra energy. Now, as you could see, his Dragon Pulse is still doing a lot of damage to us, even though we resist it, and that's just because that's how powerful Dragon Pulse is. So that move is doing a lot to us, but the other moves are not. So yeah, anyway, he brings in his Shiftry now. We do charge up quite a bit of energy, going for that Magnet Bomb against the Shiftry, doing a lot of damage, trying to get to another one. Are we able to? No, we're not. He does feint us down. That's totally fine. He's loaded on energy, which is not good because that means multiple charge moves, because that's how fast he charges up. He did bait us with the Leaf Blade, so nicely played, but I am going to go for the Sky Attack. We do take the shield, so that's good for us, and he is going to go ahead and go for a charge move right now. I do decide to allow it to go through. It's actually going to be another Leaf Blade, and we are able to survive it and get to a Sky Attack. I thought it was going to be a foul play. I was okay with letting my Noctowl go down, so we get off this Sky Attack, and we're able to feint him, and now he brings in his Marowak. He'll be able to feint us, but our Altaria is definitely going to be able to handle it. We wouldn't feint from a Shadow Ball, plus we still have a shield. Might as well use it anyway, so we do go ahead and use that to protect ourselves. And we could charge up to a Sky Attack, and we could just get off that Sky Attack, and we could take the game. And that will be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.